For tuition and fees, enter data for the new school year. For fees, enter data for mandatory fees only. Do not include fees for optional programs. The system is displaying fields in this subcategory based on your responses to day, boarding, and high and low grades in school characteristics. To modify those settings, first save your work on this page. Next, check the Only Applicable Fields Are Displayed box at the top of the page to review your responses in school characteristics that are influencing this page. If you need to make a change, click on the question in this box and it will take you to the data you entered earlier. Make the needed change and save it. Use the Category and Subcategory menu to navigate back to tuition and fees and continue data entry. There is now a row for part-time kindergarten enrollment. This is a program in some, but not all schools. If you do not have a grade level, use the NA button for that row. If you don't have a particular program or type of fee, select NA. If you do have the program but don't charge for it, enter 0 in the appropriate field. Complete all fields on this page using a combination of your data and the Not Applicable tool. The remainder of this recording reviews tools and techniques that you can use throughout data entry to have a successful experience. The recording is identical across all categories of data. If you've already heard these tips in another recording, you can skip the rest of this video. First, we will review the tools and techniques entering data online, and second, entry using the export template. Each subcategory of data starts with notes about the data to be entered in that subcategory. Often, you will find a note about whether the data to be entered are for the current or new school year, or for the prior year. For each table of data to be entered, the instructions highlight important information for entering data in this section of the collection. Be sure to review the bulleted notes. The first section or sections of data entry will be core questions asked of all schools entering data in DASL. Toward the bottom, you may find tables of questions added by one or more of the associations using DASL and tied to your school. You can fill in the tables with last year's numbers and then go through and edit them. This is a particularly useful approach in areas where the data don't change much from year to year, such as school characteristics. You can use the Notes feature to record useful information about the data point you've entered in a field. This could include an explanation of an unusual value or notes about where you found the data in your school's records or systems. You can hide or show the notes as you go through data entry. You can view prior year notes by going to Manage Data, Update School Data. From Update School Data or the Data Collection homepage, you can also download your prior year's entry and include notes. As you enter more data, it can become difficult to find the fields that need to be filled in. Click Highlight Missing Data at the top of the page to find those fields. The system will highlight with pink stripes any fields on the page that are missing data, making it easy to find them and fill them in. To find definitions relevant to a data point, mouse over the question mark icon for that row, column, or section of data. Use the NA button to designate a field or group of fields as not applicable to your school. This will mark the fields as complete and will show them as such in your progress bars. Click Save or Ctrl+S often to keep your work. DASL does not automatically save the data you enter. Clicking Save or Ctrl+S will make sure that your work does not get lost if you suddenly lose your internet connection. Shaded cells are calculated by the system based on the numbers that you've entered in other fields. To make the system rerun the calculation, change one of the numbers entered and click the Save button or Ctrl+S. Be sure to click Save or Ctrl+S to save entered data. If you see Success with Alerts, be sure to review and resolve any alerts. When entering data in the Excel template, a few essentials to keep in mind are: you can use email to pass the spreadsheet from one member to another to enter data directly or upload it to Google to share across your team. Please be sure that the only changes you make to the file are to enter information in the fields. Do not split up the file or copy pages and send them separately to various team members. The file must stay intact to properly populate the data you enter back into DASL when you upload the complete file. And remember, the person who downloads the file must be the same person who will upload the file to DASL when the time comes. Several subcategories have an instructional video to highlight important information about the data entry within that particular subcategory. Mouse over the red triangles to view instructions, definitions, and descriptions. Enter your data into the fields in each table. Be sure to save along the way. After entering some data or a full data collection part, upload your work to DASL to take advantage of the online tools to add notes, find missing data, or mark a field not applicable. And check your data quality. Whether entering online or after importing, take advantage of the Review Data tab in DASL to ensure quality data throughout your data entry. And be sure to click Save or Control S before you log off, and you can pick up where you left off when you log in next time.